things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. That's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Buccaneers, nothing.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin. At the 25. first and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Tight down. There you go.
41's the mic.
I got you.
Check 41. Hey, I'm coming.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go.
Here we go. 180.
41's the mic. Rip right. 41.
First down, here's White. Busts through the tackle. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White, 60 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd and 10.
Alert. Watch the run. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Know your job.
Now it's Wilson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 36 yards on the play.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year, and this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Now Wilson changing the play. Off the draw, here's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here we go. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike, 54.
To throw is Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we could always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Joe Tryon there to make the tackle.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Check. Watch 54, watch 54. Twist right. Watch twist.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Here's Wilson to throw. And all this is taken him one-handed. What a catch. Touchdown, Broncos. Albert O. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the twist. Mike,
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, it's 13-6. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
all day, baby, all day.
Switch.
18.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
What? 315. Mike 54. Zebra. 54.
All day, punt.
Bang out. Bam.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Pass. Kill. Turn up.
19. All go special. All go
Wilson. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Peeler. Check. 45's the mic. Check. 45's the mic.
Wilson. Caught left side, Williams.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
In your face.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
He'll dump this one off here to White.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Garoppolo changing the play.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, they scared. Mike 50.
They go with White on the counter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on.
Defensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second and a couple.
All day, baby.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. Watch the curl. Hey, watch edge.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Jam.
65.
Slam.
21. I got you.
41's the mic.
They try the left side here with Williams.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is, but I think 1st down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
It's grabbed over the middle by White.
Woo! You got him. You got him.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Let's go, baby. Let's get that ball.
Hey, gun.
6. Mike's 56. I'm coming for you, son. Mike 56.
Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Check the outs.
I got you.
Mike, 41 Mike. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
65.
Mike 41. Hey, let's get in them holes. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that.
Now Garoppolo.
That is caught. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 11.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 31.
Running out of the gun with White. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Hey, here we go.
Now 2nd and 9.
Be afraid of me. 11. Be afraid of me.
Check.
Hey, gun.
Opting to run again here with White. And able to work his way down to the 16. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
He's scared. 41's the mic. 41's the mic.
All day, dog. Shift.
41.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rashad White, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
56 the mic.
Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
54's mic. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
12.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 mic. I got it. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
Now it's Wilson. Try to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Oh, you got D?
54. Mike's 54.
Here's Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Woo! Right there. 54, right there. 54.
Zebra. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Here's Wilson.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game started the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the screen. 56. Mike, 56.
21.
56.
I got you.
Watch the curl. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Hey, we got to get this.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And a catch right side by Evans.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. I'm coming. Shift. Watch the shift.
11.
Garoppolo going to change the look here.
56. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Hey, gun.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Is that yours? Who's that?
To throw is Garoppolo.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Here we go.
180. Right there.
12.
Oh, here we go. Oh, watch twist.
I got you.
Twist. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
12, fellas. Here we go.
25. Check 25.
Now Williams running left.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
What we got?
Hey, alert.
Let's go.
Hey, gun.
Time. This is our time. Mike.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete to White. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
56 to Mike, boys.
11.
Can't hang with us.
Garoppolo now. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Offensively, lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go one more. He's crashing.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Wilson wants a different look.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. You.
Wilson looking to throw on second down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Hey, 0.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
45. Mike, 45.
Back to throw. Wilson.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Easy.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9.
Here we go, G. Watch tight.
Alert.
Tight end right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense.
Man up, guys. 4 down. 45.
They run it again with Williams.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 67 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
45, Mike, 45.
Now Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2. Bucks 10-yard line.
Second and 2, first down marker at the 8.
54.
Get your swerve on. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, guys, listen. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Hatchet. Shift. 54.
Looking to throw. Wilson. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. It's complete, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yo, check 99. Check 99.
I got you.
He's moving, boys. He's moving. Mike's 56.
21. Here we go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo.
We're gonna shut you down.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Right there, 56.
I want that. Give me that ball. Hey, gun. Give me that ball. Two. Go ahead.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
11.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mike's 56. Bandit. Mike 56. Mike.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Here we go.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 42-yard line.
56. Mike 56.
Hey, gun.
56. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Garoppolo looks to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Leonard Floyd in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about in pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Here we go.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Check. Alert flare.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout
So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Here we go.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down.
21.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Watch the flood, watch the flood.
21.
Watch the flood, motion, bump. Check, lucky.
Watch that.
Tighten up.
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on Well, the Florida humidity certain to be a factor in this one. There's no other way to say it, really. It is hot. It is humid here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa.
Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Tampa. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
D, get off the field. 41.
Garoppolo, first play, going to throw it. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Hey, watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Danny. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
13. Ain't no such thing. I got you. Wins home.
Mike, 53.
They'll drop to throw. This is caught by Evans.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
1, Omaha.
Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
Now back to the ground game with White.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Oh, it's a wobbler here. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Now, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
I'm coming after you.
95, 95. Good job right there. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check.
Back to throw. Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He was defended by Javale Dean.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 5.
Mike, 45.
Spot that.
Hey, here I come.
Looking to throw. Wilson. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
I got you. You're all mine, baby.
Back to throw. Wilson. And this is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Marvin Mims.
39 yards.
And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. The drive starts with a run by White, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
41 Mike, 41 Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
White. 56. Hey, gun. I'm coming. 56.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
I got one.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
And he's got this down to the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back. Come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Second down and 8.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Watch Quinn.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Go.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Hey, easy.
Looking to throw. Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Here I come again. 45 is Mike, 45.
Watch the back and watch the
Now Wilson. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Buccaneers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Garoppolo to try again on second down.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
41's the Mike.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He finds his target, it's Evans. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw complete to Otton.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Here we go. Check 56. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Garoppolo again. This is White on the screen. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, tank.
Back to throw again.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Check 3. Switch.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Mike Evans, 52 yards. And the Buccaneers are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Come to our world. We won't.
Wilson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Tackles.
Touch 50, touch 50.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Let's make these babies crawl.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it
but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Right there, 54.
Tempo.
Now Wilson on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Showing eight.
Now Wilson on second down. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to try and go deep again.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. He completes it to Evans. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Garoppolo. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
They're going to try and throw.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
4 down, check, 4 down.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And running with power here. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton, and this one is incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
He's checking. Crash.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
And now they need to execute.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
41's the mic. 41.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it again to Gage. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Watch the screen.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And his throw is incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. Fighting his way through contact. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
Let's go, D.
First down, here's White. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Garoppolo's throw on target to Godwin here.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's 2nd and 3.
6-man. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
56.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rashad White.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here.
Oh, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
45. Mike, 45. It's going to be a long. It's going to be a long.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Mike, 41.
Now Garoppolo.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run. This is Williams. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Bound to lose one.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Let's get the ball.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Here we go, here we go. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Check.
One final try now for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Denver, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.